to you guys? Tom here, and I have to share something very special with you that happened in the new year, and I didn't mention it on Instagram. Well, I kind of did, not really, but I want to say a big thanks to 3 new sponsors of this channel and 3 new sponsors of my fishing career in general. And I want to say thank you to Bass Dynasty, Lip Rippers, and Bucket Mouth Brands. Okay, those 3 guys and those companies, whoever came up with them and came up with this amazing idea to everyone just come together and make one big giant sponsor group was an amazing idea. I'm meeting so many people, coming up with so many ideas. It is amazing. So I just want to say a big thanks to them. So Bucket Mouth Brand, Bass Dynasty, and Lip Rippers down below. Thank you very much. I will link them down in the description below. But I will say this, if you guys do not know what Bass Dynasty is, Bass Dynasty makes fish attracting you put on your baits. So this one's shad, this one's nightcrawler, that's these. I also have 3 baits here to show you guys. I have, if anybody knows this guy right here on this cover, I don't know if it's going to focus or not, this guy, this amazing guy, Catch 'em All Fishing, he was the one who helped brand this company. So it is amazing that I have this guy. This guy's basically baits on my channel. So you guys can go out and buy them online. You guys can go out and buy them in the store, whatever you guys want to do. I know Mystery Tackle Box this month is actually giving, I believe, not this kind, but I know it's a certain kind of Bass Dynasty bait. I didn't get a chance to look yet, but I know they are putting one bait of Bass Dynasty in them. So, of course, guys, if you guys want to go check them out, bassdynasty.com. Go check out some scents. I did use this. They work on ice fishing jigs. They work on anything, skirt jigs, hard baits. The scent stays on. And it's not just scent I want to tell you guys about. It's not like a scent, like a fish oil you put on, you put it in like a Senko bag and you pull it out, oh it smells good, and then in the water it washes off. Okay? This stays on the bait. These are so thick that they stay on the bait, and that whenever the fish bite it, they taste it. That it's not just an attractant, the fish think it's real because it tastes real. So that's where these things come in handy. These things are amazing product. Go check them out. Dick's Sporting Goods I think sells them. Again, go check them out you guys. It'll be a big thanks to my channel. Big thanks to them for sponsoring me, and we'll get on with this video. But I want to say a big thanks to these 3 guys. Alright, so we'll stick these aside right in front of me. Alright, so back on to the video topic. Video topic today. Alright, in the past week, it's been raining out, haven't been able to fish, haven't been able to do anything. The weather up North Jersey is like the worst it's been in a while. Not even snow, it's like a mix of ice and rain. It's not good. But I got bored one day. I'm sitting right here looking at YouTube. I was looking at Marlene Baits. If you guys don't know who Marlene Baits is, I'll link him down in the description below. He makes some fantastic and most beautiful baits, handmade, that I've ever seen in my life. But go check him out. I'll leave a description below. But I came up with an idea of what if I try to make my own bait. So I thought I was crazy if I thought I was going to compete with this guy. I'm not going to compete with him. No way. But I have no power tools. I only have a drill, a razor blade, which is somewhere, and basically little pieces of wood and big pieces of wood. So that's where I stood. So I sat down here for maybe a good 3 hours designing a bait. So I decided to design 3 types. I designed a square bill crank, okay, I designed a popper, and I tried to up my skills a little bit, and I tried to design basically a swim bait, but slash top water spook slash walking bait. I don't know how I came up with this, but it's a jointed bait. It's 2 pieces, and that's how I came up with it. But I wanted to show you guys that it is possible with just a little creativity and a little, basically a push into your mental state, that you can make something out of a piece of wood. It really isn't that hard. I tried it. I am proof that it worked. Okay? I grabbed some spray paint, epoxy, clear coated them, painted them, everything that you can imagine that I did with these, I did. So, how did I turn this piece of block of wood into basically a wooden version of a square bill crankbait? I did off camera, because if it didn't work, I didn't want to make a video on it and make a fool of myself, which I probably am right now. But anyway, let's get to it, how I turned block of wood into these baits. Took an old tackle box right here, and let's open it up. I'll give you guys a closer look in a second, but I want to show you guys what I see right here. So I made 3 of them. I just told you the popper, the walking bait, and the square bill crankbait. Okay? Laptop's talking to me. I don't want to talk right now. Okay. we'll start off with the popper. I didn't want to chance my skills of putting too many hooks in it, so this was number 1. This is my popper right here. Okay, I want to make sure it focuses. We're good. Make sure. Alright. It should be focused right now because it's a little tiny screen over there. But I only have one size 2 treble hook, and basically carved that out of wood. Used a drill to basically mount that. I used Christmas tree hooks for ornaments to screw them with a drill bit and then glue them inside the bait to make it strong. I then basically painted it. I put a yellow bottom on the bottom. I put a red mouth, black top, and a scale fish pattern. Like I said, I'll give you guys a closer look in a second. But it's pretty awesome how I actually did that. I used screen mesh. I had like this old mesh from like my old apartment in college, and I don't know what we were doing with it, but it turned out to be perfect for this. So I have one hook, pretty solid. So that's number 1. Okay, so now you actually get the full effect of what it actually looks like and how it's actually going to perform. Make sure this is focusing on it. So there is a little imperfection in the bait, of course, because I carved it with a razor blade. Not very pretty right there at all. But right there, make sure it focuses for you guys. Alright guys, so it's actually not that bad of a bait right now. I did epoxy over it with a clear coat. It is yellow. Got the size 2 treble hook right now. The fish scale pattern, which actually came out very nice with the black top. The red mouth with the line tie inside. And again, guys, these are all Christmas hooks right here. These are all Christmas hooks that I twisted into there. So this is the closer look at the popper I designed. I probably could have put one here in the back, basically just to add an extra hook, but I figured this giant treble hook that can reach all the way back here would be pretty good. So kind of did pretty well on this one. But to give you a comparison to another popper, this is one of my favorite poppers I just got. Very nice and clear chartreuse bottom. You got the chartreuse mouth, and you also got the feather hook trailer. But if you really think about it, going side by side, they're actually not terrible. Mine isn't really that bad. It could be a lot worse for my first time. But you guys can make baits out of wood. This is fact number 1. If you guys try it, go for it. I encourage you to get. I encourage everyone to try to make their own baits. It could be a process, but once you make it and you catch a fish on it, like, it would be amazing to see yourself catch a fish with something you made. Alright, so that is number 1. Now, number 2, this is the square bill crankbait. Okay, so let me tell you how I made this one. Basically, this is the one I was just kind of messing around with. I didn't know what I was going to get out of it. But if you guys want to check it out a little closer, I got 2 hooks on there, one out the back, one out the bottom of the stomach. I got the red bottom, I have the yellow belly, black top, and the scales with a couple green eyes. This bill right here, I don't know how I came up with this, but I needed something strong enough where it wasn't going to break. So I had a bunch of old tackle boxes. And you know those inserts that you can separate your tackle? I took one of those and shaped it and cut it, and basically that's what I did, and fit perfect. So, like I said, this is the square bill crankbait. We'll give you a closer look in a second. This is my square bill crankbait. Kind of a square bill, but this is the actual square bill crankbait I made. You have the treble hook out the back, you got the treble hook out the bottom, you got the yellow bottom with the red mouth, with my painted neon green eyes on both sides, but you got a little imperfection there with some white paint, but that's okay. Again, Christmas tree hooks, guys. Don't ever forget that. I made these with Christmas tree hooks, okay? Also, the other side is the same thing. I messed up the paint job on that side, as you can see right here. Alright, so as you guys see, I kind of messed up the paint job on that side. But it doesn't look that bad. So, again, I carved this out of wood with a razor blade, a little time with sanding, a little sandpaper, that's really about it. Here's a comparison of both. So, obviously my size is a lot different, and not too bad. I tried my best, can't complain. Again, you got the treble hooks in the same spot, right out the bottoms. So, not too bad, just the size difference is a little different. So, overall, not too bad. And this is the one I think is actually pretty cool, and my creativity started going. But this is my double jointed, basically, I call it a muskie or a pike lure because it looks like a pike to me. It looks like a pike. But I tied these, actually I had a little tank over here that I tied my string on to see if it actually float. So basically, I cut it out to the way I wanted it. Okay, then make sure it focuses. Make sure it focuses. I can't really tell over there, but I'll give you guys a closer look in a second. It's got 2 hooks, size 2, jointed in the center, 2 eyes in the front, yellow bottom completely with the red up front, and of course the scale pattern on both sides. So here's the closer look at my pike slash musky looking bait. I don't know if it really counts as a spook or a swim bait, but it does have a nice little crackle to it whenever I move it. But as you guys can see, I have 2 eyes on it. Looks kind of cute. Basically, I did the screen mesh over the entire top of the body, full yellow bottom, and the red mouth. I got size 2 hooks. Again, guys, Christmas tree hook hangers here. That's basically what I did. I twisted them in, and it's double jointed in the center. As you guys can see, that's actually pretty cool. So it is. I'm pulling pretty hard on that also, if you can hear that. But overall, guys, I like the way it came out. I epoxied it. You can actually see kind of where I put the weight. Let me just move the hook really quick. Where this bulge is, let's see, right here, this little top bulge. You can actually see the bulge a little bit more profound on this side, which is right here, this big hump. So that is where I put the lead shot, and I glued over it and painted over it as well. But again, guys, I don't know really, I don't have a bait to compare this one to like I have the popper and the square bill. This is just something that I need to basically just trial and error on this one. But alright, might be a long shot, but I'm gonna ask you guys, what would you name this type of bait? And if whoever comes up with the coolest name in the comments below, I will write on top of this bait and we will name it that. Okay, you guys will have credit to naming this bait. How about this? I have credit to naming all 3 of these. If anybody wants to name any of these homemade baits, you can name one of them crappy for all I care and see what happens. But again, guys, these are the baits. You can make stuff out of wood, and I am just proof that an hour and a half of boredom, this is where it leads you. Okay, this is exactly where it leads you. And to tell you the truth, I'm not angry. I don't count it as a waste of time. So again, I suggest go try it out yourself. Nothing beats trying to catch a fish on something that you actually did make and spent the time doing to see if it would actually work. But like I said, guys, these are your closer looks. So we'll get back to showing you more about it. And it took me maybe an hour and a half just to carve these guys with a razor blade, and basically it came out pretty good. So I want to prove to you guys that it is possible to make your own baits. But let me put it this way: when I had to go back to Marlon Bait's channel to figure out how he weighted down the baits. So I know that some baits are weighted with lead and the lead pots and all that other stuff. I didn't have any of that. I have nothing here. So I took one of my old shotgun rifle, my old shotgun shells. I took the steel shot out of them, and I started putting them in the bait. So I tore open a shotgun shell, took the steel shot out, drilled a hole at the bottom of the bait, covered it, glued it, and painted over it, and it worked out perfect. And turns out it actually kind of works. So if you guys don't have weight or lead, use steel shot if you have a shotgun. If not, I don't have any idea for you. I'm sorry. And basically, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I want to say a big thanks to, of course, Dynasty. I just dropped them all, which is not good. Big thanks to these guys, Bucket Mouth Brands, Lip Rippers. Thank you so much for sponsoring me. And of course, guys, go check them out. I will post a promo code down below next to their websites that will work on each of their websites. Okay, one promo code for each website. Go check it out. Okay, get 10% off. Tell them Top Order Tom sent you. And basically, I hope you have a good one. Enjoy the rest of your day or evening. I don't know when you're watching this video, but I will catch you guys on the next video. And hopefully, we won't be in here. We'll be outside. Catch you guys later.